This is Tony Jeffries and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so firstly, thank you very much to everybody who has clicked to watch this particular video, as I know this isn't going to be the kind of video that's going to do the kind of numbers that I would normally do. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and as a slight reward, if we can call it that, I'll be giving you a little bit of information about my small role with these particular shows. Now, worldwide boxing, of course, is very, very important to me. British boxing is super important to me, as is boxing from the northeast of England. This is where I was born. This is where I currently live. You can tell by my accent, I lost it some years ago. But very, very important to me. And I try and use my platform as best I can to help out the guys and girls as far as profile is concerned. So when we're talking about the shows coming up here, and again, if you look around the British boxing scene across the United Kingdom, then the northeast seems to be having more boxing shows happening up here between now and the end of the year than any other area of the United Kingdom. Again, northeast, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's Newcastle, Sunderland, Durham, Hartlepool, Middlesbrough, Darlington, Northumberland, etc., etc. Okay. Now, between now and the end of the year, I know of at least 6 shows that's going to be happening up here in the northeast of England. One of them, under pain of death, am I allowed to talk about? I'm not allowed to talk about it at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure I keep seeing security outside my house. If I scan my house and the crevices of my walls, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be finding micro-sized cameras and microphones and Lord knows what in case I speak of anything. And then the hit squad will be jumping through my windows. That's how big a news it is. All right. So I can't talk about that at all. But what I can talk about is obviously what I'm talking about in this particular video. And of course, my role from a certain point. Now, one of these shows, 100%, I will be filming. So you guys who can't get to the shows, which you've got plenty of time to book your tickets, by the way, if you can't get to the shows, you will be able to watch them here on Sporting Icons. Okay. Now, the 3 shows that I'm definitely going to be talking about in this video, bookmark them right now. September the 10th and October the 1st. Both of them will be Phil Jeffries shows at Raton Meadows, which is Hooton the Spring in Durham or County Durham. It's between Washington and Durham anyway. And the other one will be December the 9th at the Hilton Hotel at the Bottle Bank in Gateshead. And that will be by Job's Boxing, Matt Jobs. Now, September the 10th, you can get your tickets from this weekend. This is what Jaffa said, that all the fighters will have the tickets this weekend. So contact the fighters if you can. If you don't have any means of contacting the fighters, drop me a message, okay? Go into my social media, Instagram or Twitter, drop me a message. Try and do it in a post rather than a DM, because I get so many DMs that I don't actually get a chance to check them all. So try and do it in a post. That way I get notification for it, okay? So, and I will direct you in the place of some of the fighters. Now, Phil Jeffries, he's one of my favourite people in boxing. I love Phil Jeffries. His passion for the Northeast, he probably exceeds mine, to be fair, and mine is very, very high. But to the point where he puts his hand in his own pocket to put on these kind of shows. This isn't about making money for them, for him. This is about people of the Northeast getting some boxing under their belt, getting some rounds in, building up their profile, if you like. So fantastic stuff for Phil Jeffries. I love Phil Jeffries. And in fact, he's the father, for those of you who don't know, he's the father of 2008 bronze Olympian Tony Jeffries as well. Now, the headliner for September the 10th, as I said, contact any of the fighters that I'm about to talk about. Joe Maphosa, 10-0, he'll be fighting for the super flyweight title, the English one, that is, of course, against Craig Derbyshire. Now, Joe Maphosa, he's from Middlesbrough. He's such a lovely man, he really is, but he's lightning in that ring. If you haven't seen him fight, think about Sonny Edwards. He's very, very similar to Sonny Edwards, his fighting style. But for me, I think he's going to beat Craig Derbyshire. But it's no guarantees in boxing. You never know. Of course, Joe, he hasn't had a fight in quite some time. But he's 10-0. Is he still promoted by Frank Wine? That's something I don't know. I'll have to find that one out. But either way, that will be the headliner for the English super flyweight title. Pro debuts from Jarrow. Ewan, McKenzie. I believe he's going to be fighting at super welterweight. I'm not entirely sure. He did actually tell me, but I've actually forgotten. I've seen him spar on 2 occasions, and my God, is he good. He is really, really good. Please keep your eye out for Ewan McKenzie. So I believe he's actually going to be fighting at super welterweight. I'm only saying that because he was sparring at super welterweight. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. But either way, Ewan McKenzie, he'll be making his professional debut, as will Darren Maxwell. Now, he trains at the Wolves End Boxing Academy under the guidance of Nick Gitters. Of course, alongside the likes of Joe Laws, Jordan Barker-Porter, Lawrence Osueke, Rob Ismay, Declan Fusco, and the list goes on. Okay, there's loads and loads of guys and girls down there, Kerry, Haley and that as well. So he's a very, very good boxer. Switch hitter, again, I've seen him spar multiple times. He's a switch hitter. Originally, when I first spoke to him, when he gave me the exclusive that he was turning pro, he was talking about maybe making his professional debut at super middleweight. Maybe even middleweight, but now it looks like he could actually be doing it at super welterweight. He's lost a whole ton of timber, he really has. He's in phenomenal condition, but really, really good fighter. Fantastic fighter. So again, keep your eye out for Darren Maxwell. Also, professional debut. They're not all debuts, by the way, but another one, Jordan Barker-Porter. Now, again, she trains alongside Darren Maxwell and the others I've mentioned under Nick Gittis. Again, she is bag full of talent, switch hits, fantastic footwork, bag full of heart, all that kind of stuff. And she's a quality girl. She's absolutely lovely. She really is. Again, she's going to be making her professional debut. Again, what weight did she tell me? Because she's told me multiple times. My memory's like a sieve lately. I believe it's going to be about lightweight or something like that. So either way, keep your eye out for her. Alex Farrell, 4-0 super welterweight. This is a guy who's part Greek, part Jamaican and part Geordie. Okay, but again, super talent. He really, really is. A lot of you, if you're from the Northeast, you'll be fully aware of Alex Farrell already. Okay, again, phenomenal talent. Sam Menzies, he's making a return, 2-0 super bantamweight. Now he's from South Shields, so again, he's going to be on this show. Mohammed Wakas, 6-3 bantamweight. Now, for those of you say, but he's 6 wins, 3 defeats, we can't be very good. But those 3 defeats happened in 2013. He took like about 4 or 5 years off after then. And again, one of those defeats was against Anthony Nelson. For those of you who know Anthony Nelson, you know that he's a very good fighter. So no shame in that. But since then, he has come back recently and notched up 2 wins under his belt. So he's on the road to recovery, shall we say. Michael Webster, again, another quality guy, 4-0 cruiserweight. Big puncher, again, full of heart, full of tattoos as well, but he's a big old unit, he really is. Now he's from Middlesbrough, lovely man, and I'm sure some of you would have seen him fight before. You would have seen him on an MTK show or a Jaffa show and what have you, but Michael Webster, super talent. Terry Wilkinson, 8-0 super lightweight. He's from Newcastle. He trains alongside Lewis Ritson under the guidance of Lewis Ritson's dad, Dave Ritson. Now, Terry Wilkinson, 8-0, super lightweight, bag full of skill. He is all skill. He really is. Again, switch hitter. The way he moves, his footwork, his hand speed is on another level. It really is. So for me, I think that's a Terry Wilkinson is actually going to go on and become somewhat of a household name, as can a couple of other these fighters as well, all going well. And to finish off this particular card, Anth Ornsby, 4-0 welterweight. I don't know if he's still being trained by Glenn McCory. I'm not too sure whether or not he is or he isn't. Either way, he finishes up this particular card. So contact anybody that I've just mentioned right now for to get tickets. That is on September the 10th. The other one, I'm actually going to jump ahead to December the 9th, again, because you're seeing it on your screen, right? All the way through this video. And this will be put on by Jobs Boxing, Matt Jobs. Now, this will be his first promotional event. But again, he's been working alongside with Phil Jeffries on this particular card. Now, all of these people on this card are all debuts, and 100% I will be filming this event for you all to watch. I say I will be. If somebody else is planning on doing it as well, then obviously I'll step aside, because obviously I've got the biggest platform in the northeast of England. So what I don't want to do is have them do like a whole lot of work, and it is a lot of work to film events. I've filmed like loads and loads of sparring and whatever else. It is a lot of work, and to put it all together, to upload, it's a lot of effort. And obviously, if I do that, it is going to take away their views, which is very, very unfortunate for them. In other words, complete waste of time. But again, I will be doing the interviews and that as well on all these shows. But Matt Jobs, now his team is headed by, obviously, Matt Jobs himself, Danny McKee as well. He's the bigger media guy. He's the one who pretty much arranges everything. Of course, Matt's son Daniel as well. Now, there will be a press conference on August the 28th. I'm going to do my best to try and be there. I should be there. Again, I've already interviewed some of the guys that I've just spoke, that I will be speaking about in this particular video. Again, those interviews, you can see them on my playlist of Northeast interviews. So go check out them. Now, Nathan Cummiskey, he's going to be making his professional debut. Was it a lightweight or super lightweight? Again, Okay, he did tell me, but either way, this guy is full of confidence. He really, really is. And Matt, he spoke to me about him before. Again, a super talent. In fact, he's been sparring Joe Laws and quite a few other people on that as well. And either way, he's going to be making his professional debut on this particular card. Again, I've interviewed him only a few days ago, so go check out that one. Sam Wallace, he'll be making his debut as well. And I believe he'll be at super middleweight. Okay. Darren Maxwell, who I've already spoken about previously, this will be his second professional fight. Rico Samba. Again, interviewed him a few days ago, and he's been making his professional debut on this card. Again, it was at middleweight, I think he said. I'm pretty sure they said he's going to be middleweight, maybe super middleweight. Again, very, very popular lad, as is Andy Simpson. Very, very popular guy up here in the northeast of England. He's going to be a light heavyweight, so he's been making his professional debut on this card as well. I know for a fact he's very, very popular. Everybody knows who this young lad is, as is Ray Simpson. He will also complete this particular card. So this event here, I believe, is pretty much sold out. So if anybody does actually want a ticket, it's going to be very, very difficult. But of course, contact the fighters, contact Job's boxing gym, just to double check on that one. Now, the other one is October the 1st. Again, put on by Phil Jeffries at Raton Meadows. Now, I don't have a poster or anything like that, and the only reason that I know about some of these fights, obviously, because Phil told me, and a couple of other of the fighters have actually been putting it out there on social media. So, of what I know, it's going to be Rob Ismay. He's going to be making his return on this card. I believe Lawrence Osueke could be fighting on this card, potentially for an area title. Will it be a light heavy or cruiserweight? I'm not too sure. But again, that one's not 100% confirmed. Kerry Haley will be making her professional debut on this card as well. There is another couple, but I don't want to mention them just in case I'm wrong. Okay, just in case something changed. Things do change, but until I get the official poster, of course, then it's actually confirmed. All right. Anyway, that's what's going on in the northeast of England. So please try and get your tickets as best you can. The other fight events, of course, I'll let you know as and when they are official, of course. But again, if you can't make it to these events, firstly, shame on you. But if you can't, I will try and get as many of the fights up here on this channel as I possibly can. So click that subscribe button, click a cheeky like, drop a comment, of course, and I'll catch you all on the next video.